And we're back with another episode of Joe vs. Joe. I'm Joseph.
And I'm Jordan.
And this is the Joe vs. Joe show where we talk college football, anything college football, and we are ready for college football, Jordan.
We're so close. This is our last episode of the preseason.
Last episode of the preseason. Enough preseason garbage.
We're done. Well, after this episode.
But no more preseason garbage soon. We are so excited to get rolling.
The next time you see us will be week 1.
And for week 1, you're really going to want to subscribe and follow our Instagram and Twitter at
Joe vs. Joe, JOVSJOE.
Look at that.
Please like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the things that helps us.
Send everything you feel. We want to know. And with that, we're going to have polls. Jordan does a great job with her polls. Be sure to vote because we are going to mention those. That's a big part of our podcast. Also, tell your friends to go vote. Tell your family. Tell everybody. With that, though, too, we will have a crowd competition that will be very fun where we want your opinion and you will get a shout out and stuff. It'll be really fun. Just be ready for that crowd competition.
We're going to explain how the rest of the episodes will work and the entire season next week on the week 1, which will come out
on August 30th. Be ready.
Mark your calendars. August 30th is when it's coming out.
Guys.
And it's week 1. That will be how the episodes work through the rest of the season until postseason.
Guys, no more preseason garbage.
Super excited.
Oh, we're so excited.
We're not going to cover week 0 because there are no top 25 teams in week 0. Mm-hmm. So we only cover, for the most part, top 25 teams. We'll throw in teams here and there. But week 1 coming next. But with that, we're finishing preseason garbage with the Big Ten.
Big Ten, Penn State, we are. Penn
State. Go Buckeyes.
Go Buckeyes. Oh my gosh, Jordan, I can smell football in the air. I can't focus in my day-to-day life. Like, I'm so excited. With that, though, Jordan, let's jump right into the Big Ten. I want to know your top 5 teams in each division of the conference. We have our East and our West in the Big Ten. And who are your top 5 in each?
Well, in the East, I have number 1, Ohio State.
I'm in agreement.
Yeah, that's pretty
hard to disagree.
Number 2, Michigan.
Yep.
Number 3, Michigan State.
Yeah.
Number 4, Penn State.
Penn State, we are. I'm sorry.
Number 5, Maryland.
Yes.
Wow, we have all of those
lockstep
in the same. Wow,
great.
That's
wonderful.
Crazy. Look at us. And then Rutgers and Indiana, you're 6th and 7th. Sorry. Then in the West, let's see if we agree here.
Let's see.
Number 1, Wisconsin.
Yes.
Wow. Number 2, Minnesota.
Disagreement.
Who do you have?
The Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Oh,
Go
big.
Nebraska.
That's big.
Oh, I have a lot to say about Nebraska.
Wow. Number 3, Purdue.
We have Minnesota coming in third.
Okay. And then I have number 4, Nebraska.
That's where I have Purdue.
Okay. And then number 5, Iowa.
Agreement. We got Iowa.
Iowa's going to go down this year.
Yeah, I agree. They were at number 2 last year at one point, and everyone was big on Iowa, and then they disappeared.
Then they lost to Purdue.
Yeah. Purdue with the Boilermakers.
And then poor Illinois and Northwestern are at the bottom.
Low key, side note, the Big Ten has some fun mascots. The
They do.
Buckeyes, the Nittany Lions.
The Boilermakers.
The
Badgers,
the Cornhuskers.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
The Golden, what is it? The Golden.
Oh my goodness, the Golden Bears. Minnesota, what are you?
Golden Gophers?
Oh, yes.
It's the Golden Gophers.
Golden Gophers, yes. Oh my goodness, love that.
Yeah, they have some fun mascots.
They have the best mascots, by
Wow.
far.
Good job.
And
yeah, they have
good
so
for
many.
them.
Buckeyes,
Love it.
Yeah, fun mascots. Good job. You
Anyway.
win at that Big Ten.
With that, sorry, didn't mean to take that away, but like I'm now realizing that, and that is just a wonderful thing.
It's true.
Had to be pointed out.
Okay, so conference championship, you then will have Ohio State, Wisconsin.
I have Ohio State, Wisconsin.
We have the same
Okay, but wait,
teams.
what record are you giving Ohio State?
Okay, Ohio State, they're going undefeated according to me.
Well, according to me, they're going undefeated as well. I think they're going to be number 2 in the nation pretty much the whole way through, right behind Alabama. And that game, the game is just going to be anticipated between Ohio State and Alabama.
I agree.
With a hopeful game, I guess, because
I agree.
The college football playoff, 1 and 2, they don't play each other until the final game. But I feel like that's just going to be an anticipated game the whole year.
I agree. And it's kind of like almost set in stone
Yeah.
even from now.
Yeah. Oh.
Something crazy would have to happen for it not to be.
Yeah.
bad.
I think it will be a wonderful, wonderful season for Ohio State. I think they're going to probably win most of their games by at least 20 points.
Mm-hmm.
The really closest game for me is probably going to be that Michigan game at the end. It always is a battle. And especially Ohio State wants to make up for last year's
Yeah, they're going
loss
to want
Michigan.
to definitely redeem themselves. Big rivalry game.
And it's at Ohio State.
It's going to be a crazy game. And they also start off strong, too, with Notre Dame.
Yeah. Let's jump into our notable games with that.
Okay. Those are two of our notable games.
Yes. The first notable game of the year is Notre Dame at Ohio State.
And that is week 1. So we will be talking more about that next week. But that is going to be a crazy game.
Low key, though, I think it'll be like crazy, like maybe right off the bat. Then I think Ohio State's going to run Notre Dame out of the stadium.
Oh, me too. Oh, I don't think it's going to be close at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
In fact, the line for ESPN, the last time I checked at least, was like 17.5 points for Ohio State.
Yeah.
And they're ranked 2 and 5, I think. Ohio State's number 2 and Notre Dame's number 5, according to the AP poll that came out. How do you have 2 top 5 teams playing and the line at 17.5 points?
I have no idea. There's not a lot of faith in Notre Dame.
The drop-off, apparently, is
The
just
drop-off and the
insane.
faith in Ohio State, really. That's what it is. After number 3 in the AP poll, it's kind of a big drop.
Yeah.
But it'll be very interesting to see.
So crazy.
I think
week 1.
Ohio State's going to have a beautiful year. Second game of note, and I think this is a big game, and this is a sneak peek to our next episode where we're going to give our bold predictions. We have Oklahoma at Nebraska. I firmly believe in the Cornhuskers this year, in that they'll make a bowl game. That's as far as I will go with that. I think Nebraska's going to win this game.
I also agree, actually. That was
really?
like my big thing, too, is I actually have Nebraska beating Oklahoma. I think Nebraska's going to, start coming out of the woodworks this year.
Yeah, I think good things are going to happen for Nebraska. You could kind of see it last year. They were just so close.
They were a 3-9 team, but they really played well. Like,
played
they
hard.
almost beat a lot of big teams.
Well, they gave Oklahoma all they could, they could, and it was a closer game than what the score actually showed at the end.
A lot of their games were.
But I think Nebraska's going to finally get over a little bit of a hump.
So what do you have their record as?
Nebraska, I have them, I believe 7-5. 7-5 and 4-5 in conference. So they're
I
going to go to a bowl
also
game.
have them at 7-5 and 4-5.
So get excited, Cornhusker Nation! You're going to a bowl game, according to us. But you never know; it could also turn very sour very quick. Because they're starting off with Northwestern, and honestly, that game will determine either Northwestern's season or Nebraska's season. So it'll be very interesting. And then the third game of note, Michigan at Ohio State. Now, granted, you might think like, wow, you skipped a lot of games. Honestly, every game in the Big Ten is a big game.
Yeah,
so
they all play each other. So, I mean, not they all play, but a lot of them play each other. And so they're all big games, but these are like the biggest.
If you watch any Big Ten game, almost 90% of the time, the stadium is packed.
And
it's a great atmosphere, good game. So we're not skipping all of them. It's just we would have to name all of them.
Yeah, there's too many.
But Michigan at Ohio State.
And that will be crazy because Ohio State is going to come back with a vengeance. They want to win the Big Ten or this year because they did not last year. They didn't even make it to the conference championship last year.
Yeah.
So they want to go this year. They want to win it this year. Redemption. They didn't beat Michigan last year. They want to win that too. So this is Ohio State's redemption year, even though they still finished in the top 10 last year.
Had a wonderful year last year, and they're going to have an amazing season this year. It'll be wonderful. Okay, Jordan, if it weren't to be Ohio State, or maybe the obvious teams right behind them, like Michigan and Wisconsin, who would win in your eyes? Who's your sleeper team?
Well, I do think Wisconsin is a sleeper team because no one
They
expects them. People aren't necessarily sleeping on Michigan. Like if Ohio State didn't, it would be obvious that Michigan would.
Totally.
But I feel like Wisconsin is a pretty big sleeper team in that they're not getting much attention. They're top 25, but in the more bottom half of that. And so I think Wisconsin for sure. I think Michigan State has potential as a sleeper team at least.
Totally.
And I think Nebraska also as a sleeper team.
I think they're a big snoozer, but yes,
very
they
big
could.
snoozer. But I think Minnesota also is a big snoozer team.
Yeah. I think if I were to bet my money though, I would probably go Wisconsin. You never know what can happen in a conference championship game.
Yep.
And it would be wonderful.
And I think Wisconsin wants it.
Yeah.
So stranger things have happened, like Ohio State not even going to the conference championship.
It's true.
So we'll see what happens.
So with that, really, that's the Big Ten.
Wait, hold on. Who do you have winning the conference?
Oh, naturally, Ohio State.
We talked about Ohio State and Wisconsin.
I assumed I made that obvious. Ohio State.
I did too, but we got to state it.
Ohio State will win the Big Ten, and they'll run away with the Big Ten.
I agree. This is perhaps, other than the SEC, the most confident I am in picking a conference champion.
Oh, yeah, by far. I think that Ohio State is just so good. They're so fundamentally sound and clean and just wonderful. They're gonna run away with it easy.
Go Buckeyes!
Now
you heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Well, you probably haven't heard it here first,
but you heard it here.
Yeah. Anyway, with that, that's the Big Ten. Thank you so much for listening. Please
subscribe
and follow us at
Joe versus Joe.
Wow. It's going to be wonderful.
Please just do all the things. We're so grateful for your support. And next time, it's football season.
Football is back.
No more preseason garbage.
Let's go.
Football's back.
See you in week 1.